getting spicy at the end of season 1.
Bobsledding, all you do is just sit in the fucking sleigh.
No, it's not. You have
Like,
no
yeah,
clue.
I can fucking toboggan too, bitch.
Welcome back to Twink Tank. My name is Lucas. And I'm Dylan.
Hi, welcome back to Twink Tank. My name is Lucas.
And I'm Dylan.
And we are your hosts for the final time.
This is the end
This is the end.
of season 1
Hold your breath and count.
to 10.
Guys, we're going to miss you so much. I can't believe we've already gone through an entire season, 4 months of hard work, determination, passion, and we have made a whole lot of nothing.
We have. But like, so insane just like seeing, obviously trying not to look so much at the numbers. Just we've received over 1 million views throughout this past season, which is insane.
Period.
Just through all of our platforms. So we're so grateful for everyone that tunes in and listens to our complete nonsense every week. We really appreciate it. And
Now that I know that we get over 1 million views this season, I should start considering my outfits a little bit more. I have worn this sweater before, and I am in sweatpants right now because I just got back from Sweat and Tonic, and I cannot feel my legs.
Yeah.
So we didn't have time to change.
no, and I unfortunately could not go to Sweat and Tonic because this past weekend I have a little injury. I broke my foot trying to be a ballerina. There is nothing gayer than that.
Yes, well, that's very on brand for this podcast.
Yeah, so now 6 to 8 weeks in this fucking boot with some crutches. I broke the bone and displaced it completely. So
Horrible.
Yeah,
But also excitingly,
yeah,
which kind of sucks for you, but is exciting for our listeners, we will be back. Guys, we have been booked for season 2 already.
we already got booked. We actually got signed on for like 100 seasons when we started. So you're never gonna get the end of it.
Twink Tank.
Welcome back to Twink Tank. Baby.
No, we're going to be back, and we're going to be back live from Palm Springs.
It's a really exciting episode. It's gonna be the Coachella special.
Oh, it's going to be iconic.
It's gonna be insane.
We might interview people there.
Yeah, honestly, TBD. We haven't fully decided what we want to do, but we want to have like a big comeback.
We're just in a huge debate with Netflix right now. So
Yeah.
or-
So if you haven't already, make sure to turn on notifications so you know when we return. We'll be posting on our social media whenever we decide the episode's going to drop. We haven't quite decided, but it'll be about 5 to 6 weeks from today when you're seeing this, sometime in April. So just a little break for us, and also just like an opportunity for us to discover what we want to do next for season 2 and ramp this up.
to
And
re-energize.
yeah, to re-energize and just like fucking kill it again.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
So
But
excited.
We have a final episode booked and ready for you guys. We're so committed. Let's get through it one last time before a short hiatus, and then we're back even stronger, hotter, in Coachella bodies, Coachella
Oh my god,
outfits,
in like 10.
under the Palm Springs sun, and we're going to have...
2 million views next season.
Oh, it's going to be unbelievable. So, this episode, as always, designed in segments. Each and every one of those segments funnier than the other. Dylan and I are becoming more creative, more funny, and stupider as time goes on. So,
You think it would be the other way around where we're learning, but we're not.
our brains are still in development. Mine
Yeah.
until June, yours until next year, December.
This year, December, but
No, you're not going to be 25.
yeah, no, I'm going to be 24.
Yeah, but
Oh,
next
you mean-
year,
oh, got
your
it.
brain development. See
Oh,
what I'm
See?
clocking?
Literally point proven.
I'm standing on business.
I'm standing on business. So today we're drinking some Happy Dad alcoholic beverages. It is Saturday, the day before you're going to see this. So, yeah, figured might as well do a little alcoholic beverage.
And I'm double fisting with a nice
He's double
coffee.
fisting with a coffee. We have our Gordons here today. They're very sad. Oh my god. As you can see, they're very sad that we're ending the season. But I think they spent a lot of time in the spotlight this year. Like they need a little bit of a break.
Speaking of plushies,
Okay.
I think it's appropriate for us to dive into some exciting and really important breaking news.
I think so too.
We are going to start the first segment, the gay agenda of the week. Guys, we have to tell you that Dylan and I, as you know, we're very much influencers in our own ways. I mean, we get 1 million views every other 4 months. But, beyond that, beyond our podcasting career, we are proud owners of a monkey plushie that we were gifted by a very good friend of ours, and we have fell in love with that monkey since. Now, apparently, a small baby monkey in Japan also happened to have fallen in love with our monkey,
Punch.
Punch.
I love him. Guys, I can't even function properly without seeing what happened to Punch today.
He comes to my office and gives me a daily update, which I'm very much waiting for. Punch has just been holding us in a chokehold and has also been just a pit in my stomach for months now.
For anyone that doesn't know about Punch, Punch is a monkey that got abandoned by his mother in Japan and then brought into a zoo where he was a lot younger than his peers. So he wasn't very accepted because he wasn't really sure how to adapt to the adult monkey. So he was kind of just like always jumping on them and wanting hugs and whatever. So they would always push him around. And he had a specific plushie, the IKEA monkey, if anyone that doesn't know. And he loves that fucking monkey, and he thinks it's his mom, and it is like the cutest thing. He will protect that thing with his entire life. And we saw a clip today where like there was a adult monkey trying to take him, and he got like super defensive, and him and I were just like genuinely crying. Like, I'm not even being dramatic when I say
No, we're
crying.
sobbing. This is like the most devastating thing happening in the world right now. We've got like 5 wars happening at the same time. But Punch has every single media platform in a chokehold, as he should.
Yeah. Also, he's joking, by the way. For anyone that is feeling helpless and scared right now, us too. And I wish there was a way that we could help, but
definitely, obviously, the world is in shambles.
Yeah.
But Punch is actually, you know what, a sign of resilience.
I think so too.
And a sign of individual strength. And you know, his little monkey battle and his little monkey journey and his little enclosure in Japan is reminiscing and an image of what we're all going through right now.
Yeah.
Where if, you know, he can find light in a small IKEA plushie, so can you in all of your relationships. How beautiful is that?
I think it's beautiful. And I
That's
think it's also
amazing.
just a good escape from all of the media that we're seeing right now. Like, obviously,
Totally.
there's so many things going on in the world right now. And I
It's
think
also shining a huge light on the fact that zoos are fucking horrible
I
and
know.
animals deserve to be, of course, seen, studied, and experienced,
Yeah.
but in the wild, in their natural habitat, not in a cement enclosure, which is really sad and devastating. A lot of people are going to see Punch. I look, from what I've seen, I haven't done enough research, and I know laws in Japan around animal treatment in captivity are not the best. That's what I've read. or
Really?
heard. Yeah.
you think it'd be more strict.
Right? You would think that they're like, it's a massive country, very, very advanced
Yeah.
in so many ways. But animal care laws for animals in captivity are not the best. They've gotten better, but they're not the best. And a lot of people now say you should not go see Punch because you're obviously fueling the commercial machine.
Yeah.
That's fueling then like
The
the
reason
abuse
that
and the
they're
captivity.
able to function in the first place is because so many people go.
They don't look like they're treating the monkeys horribly. I
Yeah,
would
like
say,
they're feeding them well. The place is pretty large, but that's
but
not
it's a
where they're meant to
cement.
be.
Exactly.
Right? Like, there's no nature. At least I don't think so. from
Let's
what I've
settle
seen.
this on this couch as we have. Do you think that the zoo should have pulled Punch out of the enclosure beyond, like, obviously animals don't belong in captivity, rah 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 blah blah blah? Do you do you think that they should have kept Punch in an enclosure and let him go through his social like rehabilitation, or they should have taken him out because he was going through like abuse?
No, I mean, obviously I have done a fair amount of research on just this whole thing, and I'm like, is Punch actually being treated unfairly by these other monkeys? But it's a way for him to learn how to adapt, and it would be the same thing if he was in a jungle, just like without his mom. Obviously, it's hard for him to learn how to act around adult monkeys. Like, just think, kids, like they rely so much on their parents about everything, and if you don't have that, then you kind of just like associate every single person with your monkey or with your mother, you know? So with your monkey.
Everybody's monkey.
But you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he doesn't know any better, and the only way for him to learn is by like being pushed off by these monkeys. And now like he's slowly getting more accepted and learning how to adapt with these adult monkeys, and I think that's what's the most important thing for him.
Yeah, of course, and they're very sensitive as like primitive species to. I mean, they're super smart.
They're incredibly smart
I think
too.
primitive is like, I'm gonna get fucking canceled part 99 on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we'll get canceled for anything.
Anything that we say
Yeah.
on this, we're not like, guys, we're not anything. We're not biologists. We're not animal
No.
researchers. We're not
This is just our
activists.
thoughts.
This is just our TikTok thoughts. I have like 16 minutes of TikTok scrolling. That is my entire knowledge on zoo captivity in fucking
And just like
Japan.
monkeys learning how to adapt.
Exactly. So don't take our opinion for cash. You can roast us in the comment because it's engagement. I don't give a fuck. That
Thank
being
you.
said, I'm with you. Like, I don't think they should have like pulled him out, and I do feel like there's a lot of people there that care for Punch, whatever. Like they try to bring him a new IKEA monkey. And
Oh
they
my
didn't want to
God.
let go of the old one because that's the OG.
It smells like what he's used to, and
And he
it's
didn't want the new IKEA monkey.
also he loves that zookeeper with his entire life. I showed you a video today where every time he comes out to feed the monkeys, like I don't give a fuck about the food. He just jumps immediately on the zookeeper and just sits on him and like
They're so nice to him, the zookeepers, to like feed him like while
Yeah.
he's attached to the guy's leg and walking around. It's just been a light of like it's been escapism
for sure.
in the last few weeks, and it's been so cute. So Punch, you have the headlines, you have our headline for sure. You are the best thing that could have happened to the world right now.
Yeah.
And we're rooting for you. Go make friends. Keep that plushie for life.
And hopefully you're able to go live a life in nature rather
Totally.
than in an enclosed fucking cement thing. Yeah, but that's kind of our thoughts on Punch the Monkey. We love him, and
Simultaneously, as we were watching Punch the Monkey
Yeah.
fight his battle, we also got to watch hundreds of incredible human beings fight their battle on the slopes, on the ice, on the snow.
yeah,
I'm missing a terrain. I think that's pretty much it.
yeah, I think that's it. Right?
Ice,
Isn't that like the whole
snow.
point of the Winter Olympics? Like you're on the ice and snow,
Voila.
or the hills.
Or the hills.
Run for the hills.
The Olympics have been amazing. Are they done? I don't
Yeah,
even
the
know.
Olympics are done. The
Okay.
closing ceremony was last Sunday, so
I
we're
didn't
seeing this
check.
a week after.
So we lost Canada. We suck.
Yeah, honestly, it was our worst Olympics in a long time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of disappointing. I mean, obviously, we were robbed of the gold medal in hockey. Which
And we were not
sucks.
sent, Dylan and I. So maybe if they had sent us, they could have gotten 2 more gold medals.
If you were to be in an Olympic sport at the Winter Olympics, which sport do you think you would have the best chance at?
Anything that involves spending a lot of time in the air maximizes my chances of dying
In
and
the
breaking
air?
my neck. So I'm not going to choose
Really?
any of the sports that
So look
involve
at a
air
sport
time.
like big air freestyle skiing. You think your chance
No.
of breaking your neck is lower?
It's super high. So I said anything that involves being in the air for a long time, I cannot do.
Oh, you can't do.
No,
Okay, okay, okay.
anything that involves going really, really, really fast also increases my chances of dying. Have you seen people do the luge?
Yeah.
The speed at which they do it?
Yes, but how is
It's
that a sport?
fucked. I saw a girl who is a summer Olympian, and she started training for luge like not that long ago, relative to how much you would think someone has to train to be an Olympian, and they managed to get her like qualified, and she competed for her country. And because of like her ability to like, you know, push herself forward and just sprint and start that initial motion because they're running with the luge, she was like one of the best. So she brought some of her like core skills from her summer Olympics and brought that to luge. I don't have the summer Olympic skills. I would die on the luge. You know they go 90 degrees sometimes.
Yeah, but I also saw someone
Was that
say
AI?
I maybe, but I'm not sure. Luge is like one of the most unpopular sports at the Winter Olympics for
It's
perspective.
nuts.
But I did see someone say, if I was to start training today, what sport would I have
I
the
did
best
not even
chance
answer your question.
at? No.
I feel like I could probably do cross country skiing is more
Really?
attainable. I would lose. My cardio would take a hit, but I don't think there's a high chance of me dying, which is likely every other sport.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if we're talking just like dying, no, I'm talking just like best chance at competing in.
I think
curling.
even like, oh yeah, no.
Curling is
yeah,
not a sport.
They're incredible though.
They're good. They
Go
have good
Canada.
brains.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
at least we won gold in fucking curling, but of course we did. The shittiest, worst sport ever.
No, it's actually really interesting, and it's a pretty popular sport. A lot of people watch it.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, every time I was trying to find skiing, which is like obviously fun to watch, fucking curling was on. I was like, why is it always curling? And
And
it was like midday, prime time. Like, do that many people watch curling at the Olympics?
100%, and they played the preliminary. Like they had like 19 games. It
I,
was
there was
insane.
1,000 games. That's what I'm saying. Every time I was trying to watch someone eat their fucking eat.
country up.
I almost
Eat
said,
their country up.
no, that's not what I was gonna say. But whatever.
I know, but I'm saving you.
Anyways, what I was gonna say earlier was I saw someone on TikTok say who was like an athlete or some shit. They were saying if I was to start keep practicing today, what sport would I have the best chance at competing in 4 years at the Winter Olympics? And it was luge
I think I would do cross country skiing. I would be
or
like,
bobsledding was also that because
fuck no.
bobsledding all you do is just sit in the fucking sled.
No, it's not. You have
like
no
yeah, I
clue.
could fucking toboggan too, bitch.
You don't toboggan, babe. You broke your foot ballerinaing in a fucking kitchen.
yeah, but I
sober.
ate. Like I was a figure skater. Alysa Liu has nothing on me. No, I'm kidding. Love her, queen.
I think you underestimate how insane the G-force, the core strength required, the courage.
For a bobsled,
Babe, they go so
the person
fast.
in the middle.
It's insane what they do.
Okay, if any athlete is watching this, which I'm sure there is not a single athlete watching this, tell me what sport would I have the best chance of competing in? I played hockey for 15 years, but hockey, there's no way because I can't
Speed
compete.
skating, maybe.
Yes, actually, speed skating probably isn't that hard. I'm a good skater. I'm fast.
Did you see that fucking bitch that went around, did an initial lap faster than everyone? You know, they start slow and they ramp up. Like, it's an exponential race because it's like you can't burn your energy through the first, like, seconds of the race. That fucking bitch went around, lapped everybody once, and then placed herself in fourth, and everyone ahead of her forgot. So they kept racing for another 6 turns.
Well, how's
but
that-
she
they're
was a
stupid.
turn ahead. And so she managed to just stay behind the group, behind the herd, while everybody started ramping up speed. She didn't give a fuck. She was
Okay, but
just
kind of
following them.
smart.
And she won because she lapped everyone
What?
in the first time. Yeah, it's an insane thing that happened.
I did not see that.
I'll show you after the episode.
But like, how do you forget that you get lapped?
Well, I mean, like after she started going really, really, really quickly, and all the other athletes were like, "That's not the right strategy because I'll be able to catch up to you." And then you get caught in your game, and you start like racing the person behind you, and you're focusing on your next turn, and it happens all so quickly. You don't really think about now the person that is behind you, and when you don't see anyone ahead of you, you have this illusion that you're first. But she had already lapped them. She was just parked behind the back.
She
She won.
outsmarted all of them.
All of them. So she took a different approach. Like, I'm going to burn my candle in the first 30 seconds and then just fucking cruise. And she won.
Wow.
And then 2 and 3 were thinking in their mind, we're fighting for 1. But no, you forgot that crazy bitch that lapped everybody.
That's crazy.
I'm obsessed with that story. Anyway, so
Can we talk about Eileen Gu?
insane. This woman,
Is she real?
I will marry her.
No, honestly, like, so successful as a businesswoman, so successful as an Olympian, and so successful as a student. Like,
Stanford quantum physics, if you did not know this. She is studying Stanford quantum physics. She is incredibly articulate.
the way she speaks, I'm like, I want to speak like you.
yeah.
And also,
Her
she
confidence.
has competed in 6 Olympic things and has 6 Olympic medals. Like, she has never not won silver or gold. Not even bronze. Like, she's like, no, second or first only.
She's incredible.
Meanwhile, she's studying quantum physics at one of the hardest schools in the world.
What are we all doing? If we were all Eileen Gu's, what would the planet look like today?
Seriously, and she makes $25 million a year.
Yeah. Well, we could not all be making $25 million a year.
that wouldn't
That
work.
said, if we all had her dedication
Yes.
and her commitment to excellence
Yeah.
and the pride that she takes in everything that she does, we would be living in a peaceful, very productive world.
How does she have the time to do all of these things?
Some of these things come naturally to
True.
her. And she's been doing it for a very long time. And she managed to get, like the lapping bitch, I think she's lapped physically everyone
Yeah.
in that category already. So she's in a position of like just biological advantage.
Yeah.
Babe, she got, oh my God, big reveal.
Oh my
She
God.
She got second in an event she did not compete in 4 years.
Since the last Olympics. I think was it Big Air or something?
She's just good.
She's just fucking good at it. And I think just like you said, she's just super determined as a human being, and that obviously comes off in multiple different scenarios of her life.
Yes.
And it's incredible. She's amazing. She's so inspirational. I can't believe she's younger than I am. And just doing the things that she's doing, it's seriously so motivating. And yeah, go her. Honestly,
Go her.
kill
Let's
it.
all be Eileen Gu's,
Yeah.
Eileen Gu's, whatever. Eileen Gu.
I think Ailey.
Oh.
I'm not actually sure.
Here we get canceled again. Whatever. Let's all be her. We're vouching for you, and we know you compete for China. If you want to come back and compete for America, we're there. We should start a GoFundMe and outbid China.
Yeah,
Because America is cheap as fuck. They don't want to pay their athletes properly.
yeah, they're not paying their athletes properly.
Yeah, but they're still like.
But I think
billion medals anyway.
I think the reason the U.S. doesn't pay their athletes as well is because the amount of publicity they get, just like throughout the U.S. There's so much media attention that you get from it.
Completely.
So as soon as you win a gold medal, the amount of like TV spots you get, the amount of TikToks that are made about you. Like, I don't know if you saw the figure skater Alysa Liu. She won the gold medal, and now she had 200,000 Instagram followers at the beginning of the Olympics, and she now has 6.5 million.
Wow.
So she's making songs like Stateside with Zara Larsson and Pink Pantheress is now the #1 song in the world and the US because she did a routine to this song. Like, these people have so much power, and you only see that from American athletes.
Completely. And Dylan and I
And
were...
Eileen Gu.
Yeah, we were having a conversation about like biggest TV events in history and moments, and we were talking about the significance of the Super Bowl before we filmed our Super Bowl episode.
Yeah.
Guys, 5 billion with the B people tune in to watch the Olympic. It is by a landslide bigger than any televised event ever. The FIFA comes really close, but I think it's half. It's like 2 billion. And then the Super Bowl is in the hundreds of millions. It's nowhere near.
Yeah, so that's just like across
the world.
It's just like people that engage with some sort of Olympic content. So that could be through TikTok, that could be through TV. And obviously it spans over 14 days, so they have somewhat of an advantage over something like
but you're so
the NFL, right?
prideful in your country. So
For
every
sure.
local media in every country in the world, there's over 100 participating countries, and it's even more in the summer, will tune in to know what's going on with your athletes.
It's really insane. Like, you really just like feel an energy that makes you want to cheer for these athletes. Like, it's so cool. And I just love that they're also prideful of their countries and able to represent them and make them proud. Like, we're so proud of our Canadian athletes that did come out, even if it bronze, silver, even just competing.
It's incredible.
It's so amazing that they're even able to be there in the first place, representing
and
our country.
qualify to compete is insane.
It's amazing, just against all of the athletes across the world. Just being able to be there is an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm all for keeping the Olympics going and alive. Cities have to step up.
Yeah.
And let's keep building infrastructure. I know it's not very eco-friendly.
I will say, though, I think there should be some sort of like, we do the Olympics in like a few different locations, because building infrastructure in cities like Rio or something where it's just completely gone abandoned and it's costed them so much money, I don't think that's something that's necessarily smart. Whereas like the LA 2028 Olympics, they already have the infrastructure, so it makes sense. And it also gives them an excuse to improve their public transport, improve some of their like hotels, and improve some of their stadiums. And I think that's where they can benefit from it. And it's also LA, I don't remember what year it was, is the only Olympics that's ever been profitable. The past one that they did in LA. So now they're doing it again, obviously, because it worked. So I think that's something that should be discussed.
Permanent residencies is probably more sustainable.
There's a lot of cities with stadiums. There's a lot of cities that could do it.
It's just but it's a big commitment from a security and infrastructure standpoint to be hosting the Olympics, and the amount of media attention you get requires that you like clean up your city. Yeah. And it's a big effort. So to be part of the PR, like a permanent residency group, is a lot. That being said, if like 8, 10, 12 countries commit to it on different continents, it's only going to come around to you every 50 or so years. Like, who gives a fuck in that case?
I think it's kind of already like that. Like, now they're doing LA again. I think they've done Salt Lake City before, and they're doing it again in 2030. So I think that's good. Like, no need to keep building these things in countries that can't sustain it. Like, it just doesn't really make sense.
But guys, we're going to be watching the next Olympics, and hopefully we have like some amazing, exciting things to announce. We're not going to jinx any of it on this podcast.
We will hopefully be in and around LA, though, so maybe we'll be able to attend or something.
Or witness or see. But we're excited. We love the Olympics. I was like so excited to tune in every day to see what's going on.
Actually, though, before we move on, the World Cup is going to be in Toronto this summer, which we live in Toronto for anyone who doesn't know, so we should be reporting on that and seeing, like, the streets are going to be insane. Like, I'm actually recording live. We should like interview people in the streets.
That's guys, we're turning this into a media empire. If you're not already understanding what's going on, you're watching the birth of like Vogue for gays. Vogues.
Okay, well, that's gonna make us go into the next session, which is Slay or Nay. Basically, us going back and forth discussing if these trends, things, blah 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 blah, are slays or are they absolute nay.
The last Slay or Nay, guys. Slay or Nay is a big part of my therapeutic routine on a weekly basis.
It's lovely, and Let us know what you think in the comments. This seems to be a fan favorite throughout the season. And also if we should continue it into season 2 or should we debut something new? That kinda
Let's
rhymed.
do slay or nay.
Let's do it.
I did it last week. If you didn't know, go watch, so you loser. And now it's going to be Dylan's turn to ask me whether I think it's a slay or a nay. Dylan,
All right.
let's do this.
The first thing I have for you is, what are your thoughts on industry plants?
Ooh, interesting. So define industry plans for the
Yeah.
people at home.
So an industry plant is someone that is typically found on social media or something, just on like a talent show or something, and then they get this huge budget around them by a label, and they are basically given a career on a platter, and if they're successful, then great, it's like perfect. If not, then they're kind of just forgotten about and whatever. So they kind of get this chance that a lot of people aren't ever given an opportunity. So someone like Britney Spears, someone like Justin Bieber, like these are all industry plants. They were scouted in the industry and then given a massive budget, and then like, good luck.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for the definition. By the way, am I just making my own version of an espresso martini? Does that kind of count? Because I'm drinking coffee and a seltzer.
And a fruit punch one.
So I just had coffee. Now I'm going to alcohol. It's
Is
like
this-
it's like a slow drip espresso martini.
I'm sure your liver is like crying in every language.
It's a party down there, baby.
It's a party down there.
So
Okay. It's a party down
it's
there.
a party.
Okay, what are your thoughts on them though?
I'm gonna say slay, okay, and I'm gonna defend industry plans in many regards because people underestimate how much talent it takes to actually make it and be famous. And talent manifests itself in music in so many ways. Some of them are incredible performers and are able to sustain the celebrity lifestyle and to be on stage in hundreds of countries around the world and to attract a fan base and to maintain their aesthetic, right? And their demeanor and their energy, like that in and of itself, someone like Britney Spears, who's most known for her performative abilities, is an incredible rare talent. Most artists in the world who claim that they might be better than her at guitar or whatever don't have some of the things that she has, even though she's obviously an industry plant in every possible way. So nothing about being an industry plant takes away from talent,
No.
or extremely rarely.
Well, a lot of the time they are scouted because there is something about them. And
So it's a little bit like traditional venture capital and the world of startups, where there are obviously circles and groups that if you have access to them in some capacity, or you're lucky enough to get that one meeting or that one conversation, you can get ahead of the herd. That doesn't take away from the fact that to be a successful founder at scale, you need to be exceptionally good at what you do. Same applies to music. Like Justin Bieber might have gotten a lucky break, right place, right time, and then access to the right people, but that doesn't take away from the fact that to beat Justin Bieber requires something that 99.99999% of people and artists cannot do or don't have.
for sure.
So I'm fully on a slay. I think it's less and less common though now, right? The industry is changing quickly. It's not how people want to consume music and build a relationship with artists, but it used to be, especially in the early 2000s, kind of like the only way
Yeah,
to
because
discover artists.
yeah, I mean now obviously the industry is completely run by TikTok. The most recent industry plant I can think of is something like Cat's Eye. Like they were just planted in the industry. And also a lot of people underestimate the power of having a look that is like a star power look. Obviously there's so many talented musicians out there. There's so many talented singers. There's so many talented dancers. That does not just mean like this person can be famous. There is a personality that these people need to convey to be famous and to be loved by the public. That is often an issue with a lot of these industry plants, though, I will say. Like, and a lot of them don't work out, right? Like, look at someone like Madison Beer. She was an industry plant. It didn't really work out. She didn't really land with people. And now she's kind of just like floating on this like mid pop star tier, right? Where like they tried to make her the female Justin Bieber. So a lot of the time it just also doesn't click with audiences. And obviously she has that look, but there's something in her personality, or maybe she's even like too pretty, where it threatens people's femininity, I guess, right? Like I don't know.
Yes.
It's an interesting conversation, and I agree with you. I don't think there's anything wrong with an industry plan. I think
No.
it's just the way it used to be, and now we see it as something that is like, oh, she's just an industry plant, like whatever. But the reason she's an industry plant, or he's an industry plant, or they're an industry plant, is because of something. It's not just because, oh, I found this person on the street and now they're all over the radio. That's just not how it works. Sorry, quick little break. Our camera.
Quick break, as usual. Look, I think a lot of people conflate or confuse the concept of not enough artists are given fair opportunity and industry plans. One is not responsible for the other. It's not because there is a machine that provides a lot of capital and resources to very talented individuals that this motion is responsible for the fact that many artists cannot make enough money to survive.
Yeah.
It's just because there are not enough resources in the music industry to make every single person a Britney Spears.
There's just not a place for everyone in this industry, and especially now with the fact that every single person can be an artist now. Like, you can literally upload your music basically anywhere in a matter of a few days. So that obviously has an impact on how like the industry has shifted, and now we're seeing a complete opposite of what it used to be, where like if an artist doesn't have a platform already, they will not be signed and given the opportunity that like someone 20 years ago would have been given. So it's like, it's so interesting just how it's shifting. And like you said, like there's just not as many industry plants anymore. It's just not as common because
Definitely.
the gamble of them landing with the general public is significantly lower than it used to be.
Totally. Artists need to, I think as like a final statement, I'm super slay on industry plans. I think artists need to take a step back and stop envying industry plans and criticizing them by making the entire world feel bad for you because you're not making enough money, and get your fucking ass up and get to work and look.
Come on, Kim K.
Look into these people's careers and try to build inspiration from that and understand their model and their playbook. And I think someone who, like me, I work in the tech industry. I'm a founder. I've raised money. I know for a fact that the founder ecosystem is extremely strong at lifting each other up, at supporting each other, at mentoring each other. And nobody looks at a founder that managed to raise some capital or to get ahead as like, oh my God, you took opportunity away from me. We all look at each other as like, how can I understand from your story what could make me better?
For sure.
And in the music industry with this sort of like entitlement and this, I don't know, this sort of like energy that artists have, they're going to look at someone who managed to get ahead and be like, you took something away from me, as opposed to you paved a path for me to be able to achieve something and let me learn from you.
Yeah.
So get your shit together, guys. I know that you're working hard and I'm not trying to take away from any artist right now that's struggling, but we need to stop with the criticism of those that manage to succeed, and we need to stop criticizing industry plans. They are very talented people. So super slay, bring me to second slayer.
I agree. I think it's a slay too. We love an industry plant. Okay. The next one, like complete 180 from what we were just talking about. But what are your thoughts on washing your chicken?
That's so fucking different.
But like, what the fuck?
Ew, I've never done that in my entire life. I've also never washed my produce. Maybe I'm canceled for that. I don't know. My belly's showing. So
You're welcome for that last episode.
Getting spicy at the end of season 1. So I've never washed my produce. Like we just take our HelloFresh carrots, we grape them, and we fucking cook, like we cut them up and we cook them. Everything will die in the pan.
Yeah.
Why am I giving my sink a go for its money?
And I agree. I mean, like, if there's a bit of dirt on my fucking carrot, and
boo-hoo.
Caveman used to pick carrots out of the fucking ground and eat them.
It's gonna burn in the 9,000 degrees Le Creuset pan that we fucking
No,
bought.
that, but
that's
also,
the whole
like,
point of the pan.
You're gonna fucking wash your chicken in your sink and then contaminate your entire sink.
That.
What is the point? And then you fucking like drop something in the sink and eat it. Like, your odds of dying are significantly higher.
Don't you need to pat the chicken dry, cut it, and then cook it? Why would you wet it? I'm trying to like dry my chicken
so that shit sticks on it. But they're like, oh, we want to get the slimy stuff off. But like, it's
what if I don't?
Yeah, but it's also been like cut by a butcher who obviously like isn't putting this into a store for you to like have to wash your chicken.
Yeah.
There's nowhere on a chicken package where it says wash this before use.
No.
Ever.
And it's 1 in 20,000 chickens in Canada that contain salmonella or are likely to be contaminated by salmonella, which obviously you can eliminate by cooking at proper temperature. So just cook your food properly. Anything
It's
you
also
do
like you washing it off isn't eliminating your chance of getting salmonella.
from the inside of the chicken, absolutely not. So whatever you do, guys, it doesn't matter what you do before, it matters what you do during and after. So cook your fucking chicken properly, use a food thermometer.
Oh my God, life.
And do not let your chicken sit on the counter for hours once it's been cooked, and do not eat your chicken at once it's been, past a few days in the fridge. What are you doing?
There's a lot of rules.
It does not anything you do before the point of cooking, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's so stupid to
You
watch.
could do a voodoo dance around it, might be more effective.
Nay.
Absolute nay. So like weird and disgusting. Don't do that.
Okay, the next one that I have for you, this is a controversial topic, I think. What are your thoughts on splitting the bill by meal rather than by person?
Oh, ew. No, I'm
Like, okay, for example,
yes.
if him and I were to go out with two other friends,
I pay. No.
yeah, yeah, literally, and one of our friends decided that they got the chicken, which was $25, and
No.
he got a steak that was $60, and whatever.
Okay.
What
I
are your thoughts
see
on that?
Where this is going.
So rather than like it being like a 4-way split because we all got wine, whatever, it's no, actually I got the chicken.
No.
So I should be paying $5 less.
No, absolute nay. But I understand that not everyone is in a position of financial privilege where they can think like that, and the extra few dollars that you did not mean to spend on your own meal don't really matter. When we go out with friends that are in a similar situation as us, and we're very fortunate, nobody really cares about how much they were going to spend on their own meal tonight. I can understand that people budget differently, and it's not because that you go out with someone else that you're suddenly forced to buy into a budget you never consented to. So that, I think, is also on the person who has a little bit more financial freedom to just be aware. Like if you go out with someone who is a little bit, more constrained in their budget, and you bring them to a restaurant, especially if you picked it. Oh, that's even worse. And then you're like, let's just split it in half. And you're like, no, like you got 19 vodka sodas. It's on the person who did all these extra orders to have the fucking presence of mind to be like, actually, I'll pick up most of the drinks. And we happen to have done that many, many times, and it's the right thing to do.
I think the difference.
Otherwise, just split it.
The difference is though, like, for example, like the example I just made prior, like we got a steak, or you got a steak that was $70, and then someone got a chicken that was $45, but we all split a bottle of wine. The difference in the end, split by 4, is $5. If $5 is the reason that you need to fight with trying to split the bill, you shouldn't be going to a restaurant in the first place. So that's
agree.
kind of where I'm coming from. It's not like this person didn't drink anything and we had 20 vodka sodas, which is likely.
Yeah.
That's obnoxious. That should not be a split bill. I'm talking like when it's such an insignificant fraction where it's like $5, mix it up. Like, this is a story that I have from a grad trip that I did, or the only grad trip that I did from high school. We went to Greece. This girl did not drink the water that we were given on the table. It was, I'm not even kidding, 75 cents per person. A water bottle is $3. We were 12 people at the fucking table. We had like maybe 4. She's like, I didn't touch my sparkling water. I'm not paying for it. It was, okay, maybe 75 cents, no, but it was like $2 on the bill. And she made a whole fuss, and it was so annoying, and everyone talked about it the entire trip and was mean to her.
It's wildly embarrassing. I like what Dylan just said, because I was trying to be a nice guy and be mindful of everybody's, the way that you engineer your own personal finances and budgeting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I will lean on Dylan's side here. If you're offended or you are hurt by a couple of dollars on a bill, you should not be going out in the first place with a group of people, and you should be comfortable saying that that's just not in your budget, or let's do something else. Or let's all order at home, or let's cook, right? Like if you're going into
or
a
like
restaurant,
you suggest the restaurant and knowing that you can afford most of the things.
If you're going to a restaurant with a group of people that you pick communally and you're going together, you should not be worried about a few dollars on the bill, and you don't have to divvy it up. That's complete nonsense.
Yeah, I completely agree. Especially, it's just like, I don't know. You shouldn't be going to a restaurant if $5 is the reason you.
I like that. I was trying to be such a nice person and be like, oh my God, this, that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's situational. Like it obviously depends on the scenario, but the example that I was giving specifically is when it like is such like an insignificant amount, or at least
Yes.
maybe for us it's insignificant, and if you shouldn't be going to a restaurant if it's not insignificant $5.
We were talking about this with a couple of like friends we have here in Toronto where there's like an energy and a dynamic in a friend group where it just feels like it's even.
Yeah.
Like we've just all done things for each other. We're going to buy drinks for each other. We'll pay around a shot.
Yeah.
I'll have you over for pre-drinks. You'll rip through all of my like vodka and gin, but then I'll go to yours and you'll host us with a nice dinner. Like we never count, we never ask, we never care.
Yeah.
I don't keep
Even
a P&L on my
uneven,
friendships.
like it just isn't about that.
We don't keep a P&L on our friendships,
No.
but sometimes it's like obvious that it's one-sided.
It's one-sided, and that's where it becomes obnoxious.
Yes.
Even if it's just like, it doesn't even necessarily need to be like money. Even if it's just like acts of service or just like something, you know, like some way where it feels like a mutual thing.
Yes.
I think it's so important in a friendship, and there's so many people that often take advantage of friends or family or whatever, and I think that's just unacceptable.
Totally. I will give it an absolute nay, and I retract my
It's situational, but like the scenario I gave, which I give the scenario nice, that's on me, is an A.
Boom. Guys, we're going to move to our third and final segment. We're kind of like, this is getting into like a longer episode, but it's the last one. So I think we're just like lingering because we cannot wrap our heads around ending this incredible season. We're going to do what we did in the last episode, rank these 5 things without knowing what comes next.
Yes.
Dylan and I picked these categories at random. We also picked the 5 possible answers at kind of random and in a very random order. We cannot change that in a whim. So if you are left with, let's say, 1 and 5 as your open slots, which is a really difficult position to be in,
Which I found myself putting.
because you're very indecisive, then you're stuck with whatever's left on the menu. I will start because Dylan did the Slayer nays. Let's get the ball rolling here, people. Please play at home with us. Comment. Let us know what your rankings were. Text us if you know us personally. If you don't, do not text us.
Yeah, no,
fucking
that's
weird.
fucking weird. Actually, no, that's not true. We have a number that you can text.
I didn't even know.
It's in our description where you can text it and we get it, but it's not actually to our number.
No, we have a manager that like
Yeah,
filters
exactly.
and
it's
guys,
lets
this
us know.
podcast is so sophisticated. Yeah, text the number.
The way he didn't even know it.
No, I don't even know.
I kind of forgot about it too.
Rank these Olympic sports by how gay they are.
How gay they are.
Yes.
Oh god, I feel like this could be the end of my career.
Funny enough, I made this like ranking and I asked ChatGPT to help me, and he's like, that's really offensive for Twink Tank. And I'm like, honey, I am gay. This cannot be offensive. And if you
But how
find,
gay they are? Oh my god. Okay.
if you find that offensive, then fucking move on.
So
And,
one's the gayest, 5 is the least gay, or vice versa?
5 is the least gay and 1 is the gayest.
Okay.
Bobsleigh.
4.
At the same time, you're pretty tight in some tight suits with tight guys.
Hot. But like I don't think gay men are leaning towards bobsledding. You know what I mean? Maybe.
They should.
Maybe just to look, but like 4. I'm gonna say 4. I don't
4,
think
okay.
it's like a gay
Beach
sport.
volleyball.
Ooh. I don't really watch beach volleyball, so I can't even like tell you the persona. That
A lot
plays.
of guys that play volleyball are gay. I will
Really?
say it's kind of a gay sport.
Okay, so I'll put it
Maybe
in
people take offense of that. Once again, fuck you. Just skip to the next segment if you're offended by any of this.
3.
Okay. Did I influence
Because they're
you
like
there?
shirtless and maybe they're like hot.
Fencing.
Fencing 5. It's not gay at all. I'm scared. Like, what are you gonna say next?
Pole vault.
Oh yeah, that's for sure gay. Like they love when the pole accidentally goes up. You know?
Ew. Ew.
2. Okay, what's my 1?
Diving.
Yes, that is such a gay sport.
Yeah, why actually? You
I don't know
what?
why.
Is it the bathing suits? No one wears that fucking bathing
There is a
suit.
lot of gay divers. Like that is.
You have
I
to
think
be like
that
hairless.
figure
and, like,
skating
do you
is.
have to be hairless? I don't know. Does that help?
You don't probably not. Maybe with splashing, but probably not because splash is a very important component of diving.
Yes.
But no. Okay, I actually like my order.
Boom.
I don't
Good
get
work.
my order at all. I
Okay.
said
Good
boy.
work. That was a good. No, I
Oh.
said good order.
I said good
What the
boy.
fuck? No.
Okay, I think I'm a bit
Are you a
tipsy.
happy dad?
I think like I haven't eaten today because I'm like really skinny. Because I can't eat, or else I'll gain 1,000 pounds because I can't walk. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he can't work out, so he has to be mindful.
Okay, rank these first date scenarios without knowing what
One
comes
being
next.
the best.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, one being the best, one being the worst. Okay, they're 20 minutes late and didn't tell you.
That kind of sucks. But 20 minutes in a big city is like, that's usual. It can happen to anybody.
But they didn't tell you. Like, you just are sitting there.
4. I don't really care.
So, wait, one's the worst?
It's like not that bad.
Okay.
20 minutes, honestly, in like a date in Toronto, you didn't
Okay.
text me. Like, I'm probably going to be 20 minutes late too. So
Fair enough. Okay, they forgot their wallet and expect you to pay.
I know that they're lying, and that's kind of an ick. You did not forget.
Because, like, also Apple Pay. Like, who doesn't have Apple Pay? Or
Yeah, imagine you
Samsung
insist.
Pay?
Imagine you start arguing like, no, but Apple Pay. No, but like,
Ew, but then that's, like, weird. Like,
Yeah.
At that point, just whatever.
yeah. We had a conversation about how I walk into every date expecting to pay for myself, and if I have to pay for someone else, I don't have a problem with that as well. So, unless the date went really bad, I will give that a 3 because it's kind of an ick.
It's just,
I'm
like, annoying. Like, beyond anything. Like, you should... Even if you know you're going into this date, you know you're not going to pay. Just the ability to be able to offer that is so powerful.
It really depends what happens next and how the date went. But like, if you're like, but I'll pay. Let's go back to mine, and then or like, let's go back to mine. I'll grab my wallet.
I'll
and
host.
I'll
Even
pay
just,
for
like, you
every
hosting.
drinks after at the
Yeah,
bar.
let's
or
go to a
something.
bar and I'll
pay
for
for the drinks.
But they don't have their
No,
wallet.
but we're gonna go back to yours.
But I forgot you don't have your wallet. So how are you gonna pay for the drinks, you little bitch?
no, but like we could go back. Whatever. I'll just say 3.
Okay.
3. So now I have 4 and 3 done.
Okay, they're rude to the server.
Horrible.
That's really bad.
That's really, really bad. But I don't know what else you put. You're gonna be like, they are an Al Qaeda terrorist, and I'm like, oh, that's really bad.
That's really bad.
I will put that at 2 just to save myself that terrorist slot. That could be way worse than anything
Oh
you've
my
listed.
god. Okay, they don't look like their photos.
1. What are you talking about? No, that's the worst thing ever. I mean, beyond like
Wait,
all
so
the
what do you
things that
have left?
5 only. which would
Okay,
be,
actually,
like,
it's
the
probably
best.
it's actually it's probably good. They talk about astrology.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's like kind of an ick, but like not that.
No,
bad.
not really. I think I made.
But what
I-
if it's their entire personality?
Dylan and I have been dating for 5 years, and I made him and I do our co-star on our first date in a restaurant.
Literally. So me putting that there is it happened to me. We are
But you-
sitting on our first date, and he's like, "Download CoStar." I'm like,
You found the most perfect man ever, though,
"I did,"
because of that.
and thankfully we never once spoke about astrology again,
Ever again.
like ever again. So I don't know where that came from. I think it's just like
It's a
society,
conversation funny
yeah,
thing to do.
Society wants us to be like
Yeah.
aligned that way. Anyways, okay.
Continuing. Okay, Dylan. I hope you guys are playing along with us. Please keep them written down and comment them so we can like laugh about your ranking.
Also, don't. Oh my god.
Don't
I
cheat.
put the mic away from my mouth. Don't mind my posture. I have to have my foot elevated or I'll die. So
Rank these Song of the Year winners by
Oh.
how deserving they were of that Grammy.
that's a great category. Okay. One is the best.
One
Why
being
don't
the
you forget
most. One. Why did I lean in? Like one
What,
being
do you
the
try to kiss me?
one being the most deserving, 5 being the least deserving of the
Yeah.
Grammy. Your first option, Bad Guy by Billie Eilish.
Deserving, but not the most deserving of like ever. So I'll put it at 3.
He's so indecisive. I could have said like Thriller, you'd be like, deserving.
But no, Thriller I would have put
Yeah.
higher.
Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
Ooh, 2, really deserving. But not the most deserving.
Single Ladies. If
5.
you want to put a ring on it.
Like good, but
Beyonce.
whatever. If you like it, then sure to put a ring on it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that I didn't even know that one song of the year. The best written song, like be for real.
Royals by Lord.
Ooh, that's a really.
You have
good
1
song.
and 5 left. So
1 and 4.
1 and 4.
I put that at 5. Ooh, I don't know what you're gonna pull. Rose is a really good song though, but 4.
Oh, okay. I don't think you're gonna hate that. It's the last option, which goes at number 1 by default, is Hello by Adele.
Oh yeah,
Very
deserving.
deserving. Beautiful song.
I think I would have put Viva La Vida at 1 though, and then
Yes.
Hello, and then
I think Viva La
I don't.
Vida.
I actually like my order apart from that.
Viva La Vida is one of the best written songs of all time.
Yeah, I just put it 2 because like you can't ever choose one
You never know.
unless it's like. What's Someone Like You also won Song of the Year too? Right?
Yes.
Like that would have been an immediate number 1. But you put Hello.
Or like
You
Billie
put Hello
Jean.
last like a little bitch because
Yeah.
you knew I was gonna put it
I
high.
just picked random. So
Oh,
okay, go.
okay. Rank these artists in the Khia Asylum.
Khia Asylum, meaning that they're so irrelevant.
Yeah.
You can't get out of. You're kind of successful, but you're not. and
You
you're stuck
had
there.
success, but now you're stuck in this like
Asylum.
prison where you literally cannot get out. for the life of
What does
yourself.
5 mean? Like they are in the biggest. Like
It's just like you're ranking from worst to best.
how
or
are
best
you
to
in
worst.
the asylum? Like how deep you are, or is it? Just
Oh,
like-
how will we do by how likely you are to get out?
Oh, I love that. How,
So 5 is the least likely to get out. 1 is the most likely they'll get out.
rank these 5 artists by how likely they are to get out. of
Okay,
the Khia
the first
Asylum.
artist in the Khia Asylum, Ava Max.
No clue she is.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho.
Go
So, like, one hit wonder.
I know she is Ava
She has
Max.
like a few hits, but
Ava Max.
So, like, if you
4, she's not going anywhere.
yeah, I agree.
She
Okay,
should start thinking about buying and stop renting in the Khia Asylum.
she is like running the Khia Asylum.
Make a down payment.
Yeah.
Like it's not
Just get a residency. She
Totally.
actually has a residency in the
in the
Khia
Khia
Asylum.
Asylum.
Okay, the next one is BB Rexa.
Oh, she deserves to
People-
get out.
she has
1.
so
I'm gonna
many
put her at
hits.
1. She needs to go.
She has so many hits, and she's doing a really interesting thing right now with her album rollout. She recently went independent because her label fucked her over. Classic in this industry. She is doing she drops a single every single week, and she's letting the fans choose them. She put little hooks on TikTok or whatever social media, and the fans are voting for which songs they want to come out every week. She filmed 16 music videos, all funded by herself, and I think that's a really interesting strategy.
I like that.
Do I think it is smart for an artist to do that is not in the Khia Asylum? No. But I think given her scenario, it is smart because it's just like it's giving fans who are a fan of her, obviously, the option to pick the songs. And I think that's something that's usually the opposite of what happens, right? Because it's usually the artist or the label has full control over which songs are coming out. So we'll see with BB Rex. So you're putting her number 1.
Number 1. She
Okay.
needs to go.
The next one is Madison Beer.
I think she has potential, and I don't dislike her music. But I think she also maybe needs to stop making music and stick to being a model and an influencer. So I'm gonna put her at 3 because I feel like 3 is perfect position because girl, you got to make up your mind. We're either leaving the asylum or we're gonna start buying land and building a house there. And actually, we should start thinking about like digging our own grave and doing something else.
I think there's something with Madison. Like
It's either or.
she's been making music for 20 years now. No, maybe not 20 years, like 15 years. And she just has never established what her brand is. And I think that's like, she's such a gorgeous girl. She has a great voice. I think just she doesn't make great music. And I just don't think she ever will. So I think she'll never leave the asylum.
Number 3.
Okay, fair. Ice Spice.
She
She is a new resident of the Khia Asylum, I will say, because she did have a moment, but that moment has faded.
what do I have left? 4 and 5.
I don't remember.
I think I put 1 for BB Rexa. I put 3.
You put 4 for Ava Max.
And then I put 3, 4.
So you have 2 and 5.
Ice Spice was out of the asylum. Now is suddenly coming back in. She has potential. People do love rap right now, and they love this sort of like R&B-ish sounding rap. I'll give it a 2. I think she has an opportunity to get out, and she deserves to.
Okay, and I think this is a permanent resident of the Khia Asylum, number 5, Alessia Cara.
Yes.
She had a moment.
I do love her voice.
She has a great voice. I don't know what happened to her, honestly. Like
But I don't think she has the potential to get out as much
I
as Ice
also
Spice
don't
does.
think she cares. I feel like these other artists like are actively trying to get out of the asylum, whereas Alessia Cara doesn't really care.
Love my ranking. Okay.
Okay.
My last ranking for you, Dylan, which will conclude my participation in season 1 of Twink Tank. Dylan, rank these 2000s one-hit wonders without knowing what comes next.
Okay, I love the 2000s, like my favorite music era.
These are only one-hit wonders.
I'm gonna be like, what's that song?
Somebody that I used to know, Goatee.
Ooh, good song, but I never really loved that song. 4.
Oh, wow. That's really deep.
Now
Okay.
you're just somebody that I used to.
What
I
a
didn't also know that was
beautiful
2000s. I
song.
thought that was 2010s.
It's like the millennium of the 2000s. I like from yesterday to today.
Oh,
All the way to
okay.
yesterday.
4.
Oh, this all changes.
No,
my
but
name.
like, if anything, I
Okay.
would put it to 5.
Bad Day by Dingo Powder.
Cause you had a bad day. Ooh, 5.
Okay.
No, I don't love, but I don't know you're gonna.
So not
pull-
1, 2,
your
3.
Baby Shark is like.
Yeah. Oh. Stacy's mom, Fountain of Wayne.
Oh, that's a good song.
Stacy's mom, she's got.
Ugh, you picked weird songs. I thought you were
one hit wonders.
true. I forgot it was one hit wonders.
Only one hit
I
wonders.
forgot about that. 3.
I don't. Yeah.
I'm just going up.
We have 1 and 2. Who Let the Dogs Out by Bahamut.
Oh, iconic song. I used to love that song when I was a kid.
Let the dogs out.
I used to do them with my dad and go, whoo, whoo, one.
Okay, and then number 2 by Design right now is End of Beginning, DJO.
I would have put that song lower. I don't understand the hype about that song. I don't think it's a great song.
They don't have anything else, right? They're actually
I don't think so. Yeah.
But they might. But as any
Yeah,
of
they're still recent compared to these people are forever in the Khia Asylum.
Yeah.
DJ
They're one-hit wonders. It's a different
DJO set at Lollapalooza was massive.
Massive.
There were so many people.
But
to be fair, he was
boring for
right
an
before
hour.
Olivia Rodrigo. But
Boring for an hour. We were waiting for End of Beginning, and then we were like, vibe for like. 10
it's also
seconds.
because the song is When I'm Back in Chicago, which is where Lollapalooza happens.
Totally.
Lollapalooza, Chicago, of course.
That ends my participation, but Dylan. Please.
Okay, the next one. Rank these, which is in honor of Coachella. Rank these 5 Justin Bieber songs.
Oh, my expertise, my PhD, my master's degree.
Okay. The first song, Company.
Oh, I adore Company off of purpose. Oof, but I don't know what you're gonna put next, so I'm gonna leave it at a safe 3.
Okay. It's always. You say I am indecisive. Okay. 2 is As Long As You Love Me. We will be
5. I'm not obsessed with As Long As You Love Me.
So you hate
I saw that tour, Believe, and I don't think it's even the best song on Believe. There's like niche songs on Believe I think are better. So I'm going to say 5.
Okay. The next one I have is Love Yourself.
Ooh, very good song. Classic, but it's kind of overplayed. Like I know it by heart too much.
The times that you
Yeah, like I know it by heart so well because it's one of the biggest songs ever. So I'm going to go number 2.
So you have 1 and 4.
4.
Confident.
Oh, no.
I feel like you
I
love that
do
song.
love
I feel like
that
you've
era.
recently been listening to that
A
song
lot of people have. It's been
R&B
climbing
Bieber.
on his top 10. Bieber is coming back. People are bracing for Coachella.
Bracing for impact.
I will give this. I'll put that one at number 4 and sacrifice my number 1.
Okay, I don't know if you love this one. Ghost?
Oh yeah, fine.
Really? I feel like you wouldn't put that number 1.
No. I would have put Confident over Ghost, and then that would have been perfect, actually.
Okay. Well, I don't hate your order.
I don't hate my order, too.
I like all of those songs.
I love all those songs, and I love Bieber so much. I would be happy if he plays As Long As You Love Me. Like, if you're watching Biebs, like, do whatever, bro.
We are going to be reporting directly from the ground. You know what we should do? We should, like, vlog.
No, guys, we will be doing interviews that will make it into Twink Tank. We're going to find gay guys and have conversations
Should
with
we-
them. Imagine we're like, hey, we're interviewing gays. Like, I'm straight. Oh,
Should
Never
we
mind.
vlog at Coachella, though? Like, what's happening?
should we sit down and do a pod at Coachella for 45 minutes? People walking around us. We don't give a fuck. People will be pretty
It's gonna be
obnoxious
so
and
loud,
disrupting.
though. Yeah.
They're going to disrupt our pod.
Coachella is also very interesting because there's like influencers in the wild. Like that's kind of how I see it. Like
'Kay, we're
every
gonna-
single person is filming themselves.
No,
Like,
imagine we did a setup with 3 chairs and the chair is empty. People can come and sit
in
down
front
and
of the
talk
purple
with us.
rainbow
And people can
dildo.
stop, grab the mic, and have a conversation with us.
We-
like, and then we're like, "You're out, kicked out, next." And then someone else comes and they're like, "Hey, what's your at?" They're like, "Oh, well, I actually have 19 million followers."
Oh my god.
should do that.
Okay, guys, stay tuned for Coachella.
That's so smart.
Thank you so much for tuning into season 1 of Twink Tank. I can't believe it's over for.
Are we allowed to film? Because there's also media restrictions because they have media pass.
We can't bring like that camera. We
No.
can't bring our massive camera, but we can bring like a smaller camera
our phone.
that we don't have or our phones.
And cameras and microphones built for phones. Anyway, we're rambling on. Guys, we love you. Season 1 has been the time of our lives, and we cannot wait to come back in about a month or so for
Yeah.
season 2.
We'll let you know on social media what day we decide on and, you know, everything like that. We're so excited. We'll hopefully be able to post like stories and whatnot throughout the course of our little break and maybe some like silly TikToks and whatever. But we're so thankful for everyone for tuning in and just making this experience worth coming back for every week. And
You guys are the best. We're going to miss you for 4 weeks. Please engage, comment, like, subscribe. If you're watching us, you can, it's because it is a video experience, as we've said 16 times this season. You can watch us on Spotify. You can watch us on YouTube. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. You can do whatever you want.
yep,
We love you. We're going to miss you.
we'll see you on season 2 of Twig Tank.
Bye, guys.
Bye.